All right, everybody, I'm going to do another video real quick. What I like to do is answer questions. A lot of times when you're trying to do YouTube videos and stuff like that, and you've done everything, it seems like sometimes when you have a good question or something, it pops in your mind, then you can really elaborate on it. Where do you get the answers from is by putting the work in. To be honest, a lot of times you'll know answers to things that seem like a given to you, yet because a lot of people are just starting out, they've got good answers, or good questions. So that's something I like to do. This is one of my it's on Facebook training, and this is on Exitus Elite, how I get 60 to 100 plus leads a day in Facebook. I've had 12 likes so far, 711 views. It's getting a lot of attention right now for Exitus Elite. If you type in Exitus Elite, it's actually right at the very top. It's video 1 or number 2, last I checked. And there's my buddy who goes by and puts a negative on everything I do, but usually after it's been already published for a few minutes, so he's really on target. Some people, man, it's ridiculous. Anyhow, let me get down here and get to the question itself. Okay. I answered a question to the lady, and she says people aren't interested in what I have to offer. I'd much rather they come to me already interested. Okay. Now, she looked me up on Facebook as well, and sent me another message, and it's basically saying the same thing. So I thought I would do a video. I hope you can see this. I hope my head ain't in the way. And this is the answer I gave her. Watch me in the videos. What am I doing in it? I'm standing out the best I can. Okay. In the world of YouTube, if you really want to do a YouTube, it's not that you're going to automatically get seen, because you're not. Okay. The whole objective here is to get seen. How do you get seen? By standing out. Okay. So you have to put the work in it, and you have to try to stand out, and that's really how you get YouTube to really, I think, is a really good way to grow your channel. Observe the masses and do the opposite. Something I've always heard. Okay, so obviously it's going to be one of the things that's going to be standing out. Now, ironically, and I even speak about that in this video. If y'all have not seen this, y'all, this is a heck of a video, a heck of a way for you to learn how to make a killer, huge list using Facebook. Now, in my opinion, it may not be the best way to make a list for Exitus Elite because it's a higher level. A lot of people in Facebook, y'all, have got to connect. Well, it's true with anybody at $1,000 level. They're going to have to connect with you. So, with that being said, Facebook is good for posting on timelines and things of that nature. But y'all, if you want to learn how to make a huge list, I made this right at the beginning when I first got into Exitus Elite, shortly after. This is a heck of a video that shows you exactly what I was doing to get 60 to 100 plus leads a day. And believe me, I got all the documentations in the world to show that that's exactly what I was getting from it. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's go back down here and let's see. Okay, yeah. And I was talking about standing. People know I know what I'm talking about. Why? Because I put the work in. It's obvious. Okay. Now, what this is meaning is when you get out there and you put the work in and you're succeeding, people can sense that. Do you know what I'm saying? When you get out there, it's not like I'm just mumbling a bunch of words and it's theory. It's a lot different when you put the work in. And, you can learn how to do a golf swing all day long. I'm not into golf, but I'm just saying you can watch theory and understand stuff. But until you make it work for you your way, it's nothing more than theory. It's learning something. It may be learning to think the right way, and that may be part of it. But until y'all put the wheels to the ground and start going, it's not going to do you much good. Now, when you learn to do that, and y'all, that's the thing that 99% of the people are missing. This is the part I keep preaching about: applying action, applying action, applying action. I mean, why else would I name my Facebook group Action Taker Success Group if it's not about applying action? You know what I'm saying? So while I'm out there putting the work in, then I have the answers. And then I can go in the Facebook group and I can put answers here. I can put answers here. Things like that, y'all. And that helps people acknowledge you to know what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? How do you get that way? Because I put the work in. It is that simple of an answer. Okay? Okay, now, even more important, they can tell I believe in my business and what I do, and it shows. Take that and learn from it. You want people to connect with you and connect with you and to come to you. Well, that's the answer. That's the way in the answer. Thanks for messaging. All right. So, once again, just by getting out there, putting the work in, and you're learning as you go. Whatever roadblocks that you have in the process, you reach to a point and you say, you know what, I can't go any further. What do I need to go further? That roadblock, whatever that is to go across it, that's the things that you can teach people. And that's exactly what this is for, y'all. Look at this. Do you think I did all this writing, all this thing? I had to make myself small in the corner just so you can see the, see me up here. That was a lot to cover. That's an hour and 5-minute video. To this date, I think it's the longest video I've ever done. I actually had a drink down there because I was talking so much, but I cover everything. Do I get 12 thumbs up? Yes, because I probably deserve it because I put a lot of work into that. I really, really did. Okay, the whole objective here, y'all, is that, to answer your question, how do I get people to want to come to you? How do you get them to want to come to you? A lot of people would love to have that. You get that by experience. You get that by being positive. You get that by being in the groups where people can see you. You get that by consistency. You get that by making a name for yourself. You get that by branding yourself, man. There's no better way to brand yourself. Putting all this work in here and not branding yourself it's only half the project. You understand what I'm saying? You got to put this all together. And what's going to fuel all this together that I keep saying so much is crazy? Being sincere and belief. It's hard to put a video together like this if I didn't put the work in and I didn't believe in what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? That's why it works. That's why the answers are there. These are roadblocks that I learned. Groups of 25,000 people minimum, always 20 plus active teaching. I was teaching them what all that meant. These were roadblocks. Why were they roadblocks? Because you had to juggle keeping your Facebook account safe without having to go to Facebook jail and all the crap that could possibly come from it. And while still getting massive lead numbers, I had to learn to juggle on both sides to get that to fit in the center. That's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what this teaching is about. It's teaching exactly what I learned that I made work for me, and then get out there. Why will people follow you? Because I put the work in. You see what I'm saying? And to be honest, y'all, a lot of y'all are struggling over these things that everything just gets paved over and so much smoother, and the path is so much easier if you just get out there. Know that you've got to get seen to make your business grow. If I'm not getting seen, I'm not growing, period. How do you put the work in, effort in it, the heart behind it, everything? By doing something you believe in and nothing else. Don't ever join a business just because of the money itself. If that's the only thing you're going for, you're going to have a hard time. It's going to be really hard to come across as being sincere and being real. And to me, that's very important. So to answer her question, y'all, that's one thing. And look, y'all, anybody, if you have any questions in particular that you like, I love to do, as a matter of fact, let me show you something. This is my Facebook. This is what I post up every times. Okay, so I've gotten to where I do a lot of my YouTube videos based on conversations I have had with my downline or members in the group. I like doing it that way, actually. So with that said, is there anything particular that anyone would like to see a video made for Exitus Elite? Message below and I will take it into consideration, or simply any questions that I can answer as well. Thanks. I do this a lot of times, y'all, because a lot of times I will get a good question, and even it maybe seems simple at times. A lot of people may be having that question. When you've put the work in, I kind of overlook it as like, it's kind of simple. But a lot of people, when they're starting off, it may not be that simple. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes all they need is to be focused in one direction. I keep giving credit to Tim Chisalis because of the fact that even though I hit the ground running, that one word of advice that he gave to me, I think even when he told me, I knew it was going to be valuable. Even though I hadn't made the efforts yet because I hadn't had the opportunity at that moment yet, I knew it was the answer. Staying focused, getting out in one way only, and master that one way is the most valuable thing anybody's ever told me. That's the honest truth. Everything else to me seemed like it's kind of a given. That was one of the things that I was struggling on. And I was spending so much time helping my downline that I wasn't getting out to people. And, and that's something else too that he told me that I learned something about as well. You want to spend time with your downline, but not to the point that you can't even build your business anymore. The business was called Automated Wealth Network, and his very first answer was, Sean, yeah, I spent 2 hours helping a brand new guy, and he's like, stop doing that. You're going to confuse your downline. They're going to think they have to do the same thing with everyone that they get in. He's like, this is an automated wealth network. It's automated for a reason. And I was like, wow, I never thought of that, to be honest, you know? But as soon as I realized that, y'all, and I laid forward a path to go straight and just stayed focused at getting out, it made sense. Everything just seemed to click into place. And what little bit of traction I was making before, man, I was shifting gears. You wouldn't even believe I was flying through everything then. And that was all I needed to hear was one or two comments. As simple as it may seem to him, it wasn't so simple to me. I needed to hear it. Sometimes that's what this is like. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, anybody ready to get Exitus Elite? Awesome business, $1,000, 100% commissions immediately in your hands. Hard to beat. Absolute hard to beat. That's the way you pay your house off. It's the way you get your dream cars. It's the way you get projects done in your house. It's the way you get ahead, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's honest truth. So anybody ready, click the link down below. And of course, I'm still like the thing he says up above is probably pointing somewhere in this direction. I'll put the first one in for you. I'd be tickled to help you out, y'all. We'll go ahead and get you started. So if you need anything, just let me know. Appreciate it.